losing is worse than death, because you got to live with it.
Hard to believe that the Water Dogs are 1-8 and just lost their 5th one-goal game.
You put so much into this game and you care so much about your team that winning actually at the end of the week becomes relief.
The team of the 90s, Tierney and the Tigers win yet another championship.
His 7th, the first west of the Mississippi.
You have that immediate joy that goes away quickly.
But you forget, 2 years ago, this team was in the championship.
But the losing part of it sticks with you.
They need to get back on track if they have actual championship aspirations.
It affects you, it affects your team, it affects your family. Even if you're ultra successful, you still lose a lot of games over 50 some odd years, and to this day, it hurts for days. This season, when we first received the schedule, we didn't have a game at the end of training camp. At first, I was upset about that because I thought we could really develop something and get in and get a game quickly. As time went on, I saw the light, so to speak, and it was, okay, now we can dive into things that we won't be able to 6 or 7 weeks into the season. So we did a lot. The guys worked hard. They knew we didn't have a game, so they put extra effort into it, and I think it served us well, and it showed.
Never has it ever been, and it's never going to be that hitting pipes counts on the scoreboard, right? Hit your shots.
My style of coaching is complex, it's very complex. I was a micromanager and loved practices. I have changed because we don't have the time to do all that micromanaging. And so my style of coaching at 73 years old is changing each week.
Keep with your rotation.
I've had to learn to bite my tongue at times because you know that you're coaching the guys who have the best skills in the world. It's your job not to stop that skill or that enjoyment or that growth.
Good, Michael. I want everybody dodging from all different spots. That was a good scramble, Connor. Good scramble.
Going through last year was a total learning experience. The patience that they taught me in a couple of our losses has really stuck with us. Even the year they won the championship, they were 5-5. I bought into the slow start thing that the Water Dogs had, but now those guys, the ones that won the championship and on our current team, we both come together understanding each other. That mantra of starting slow wasn't acceptable this year. All right, guys, I want to address a couple of things that, now it comes up that, you guys have made the team. We have 3 guys on the pup list. If those guys come back, or certainly when CJ comes back, it'll affect who plays, right? We've got to figure out who we are, but we are not going to go with that mantra of, oh, we're the Water Dogs, we start slowly. We really want to set our sights on the whip snakes. We really want to win that lacrosse game.
We get our first look at the Water Dogs today, and this was a team a year ago, all the close losses, all the overtime losses, 2-8. Here in McCardle, big cheering section in the house. He fires and scores. Michael Sowers already the maestro, that's 2 assists. Brad Smith, that's a 2, and it's good. And like that, Maryland on top.
Okay. Now we just played a quarter at this end of the field like a bunch of morons. Get back to what we talked about.
Final takes McCardle to beat the buzzer. That duo, they combined for 11 points. Shot score. plug. Fires and scores! And after losing so many close games a year ago, Bill Tierney in Philadelphia get in the win column to open up 2025.
Hey, great job, man.
1-0.
What a half.
Hell yeah.
Got to keep playing hard like that every game, all right? Fabulous effort. Just one, though, right? Just one. Next one is next week, all right?
First and foremost, really proud of these guys. You know, we've been talking about this night since last September. It's really a credit to the guys for just coming back with such a positive attitude, believing in the fact that we reevaluated everything we did from square one last year. And as I've told them 100 times, last year was my fault. And all I do is credit these guys for believing in the fact that we could change.
What are the origins of your relationship with Coach Holman?
1984 was my third year at RIT, and in 1983 I was named the Division III Coach of the Year. I interviewed at Hopkins while I was going through my last year at RIT and was fortunate to get that job. But back then there was no limit on the number of college coaches a team could have. So Brian Holman and I were number 9 and 10 on this thing. I was entitled the first assistant coach. I was in reality the ball boy. I'd become the low man on the totem pole, but it was so good because I learned so much.
Both these teams undefeated, winner atop the Eastern Conference. Place in the Eastern Conference.
Dug down in that fourth quarter. That's all it was. It wasn't about anything. It wasn't about strategy. It was digging down. Remember that feeling, all right? Let's go.
I believe that if you take young men and you give them a goal, they'll get as close to that goal as they possibly can. At Princeton, when I came in, they had won 4 Ivy games in the prior 4 years. My first recruiting class there, we told them they would win a national championship, and we had just come off a 2-13 season. And so I got some crazy looks there, but they bought into the discipline, they bought into the system, and it goes all the way to the top.
It's over. Princeton has won their first lacrosse championship.
This thing is just all heart. When this isn't the best talented team, this is the team with the most heart. These kids, what can you say?
They all have stories and they all mean a lot. Well, I often talk about the one where Trevor and Brendan in 2001 was really special.
Both teams out of timeouts. It's out of the coach's hands at this stage. 40 seconds to see it. Winding down, shot coming in. There's the game. Prager wins it all for Princeton and Tierney. Coach Tierney emotional. His senior son making so many great saves late in this game.
He had to rely on his son to make the saves. Now he can be a father.
You know what I have to do, though? I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I got to find the Denver one. The Denver one's a little ostentatious, but it's still pretty cool. I have no idea. You know what? It might be in here. This was all the stuff when I cleaned out my office. Yeah, this is the Denver one. We were trying to help spread the game west a little bit. You know, we put together some really good talent. Trevor Baptiste was a freshman, won a lot of face-offs for us. It was cool to try to kind of take a chance and come out here and then to have it happen for those guys.
Denver has won the national championship, and for the first time, the trophy is heading west. Pioneers indeed.
Would it be possible to get you to wear all?
No, I'm not going to do a Bill Belichick thing. I don't wear them, any of them. Never have, never will. If Blueprint for Success is the title, then the first topic is discipline. Coaching now with the Water Dogs, it's disciplined manner of thinking out there.
You're going to make some mistakes tonight, all right? It's going to happen. It's the reaction to the mistake that's the most important thing, right? No excuses, right? Just corrections. You make one, it's okay. It's going to happen. Make the correction, make the next play, we'll be fine.
A lot of people say that losses are teach you the great lessons, and that's absolutely true.
Outlaws lock down the best offense in the PLL. They hold the Water Dogs to 1 goal in the second half.
When you win games, you tend to forget about the tough things that may have happened.
New York with the win over Philadelphia.
When you lose games, you highlight them.
And for Bill Tierney, they came out of the gate hot. Winners of their first 2 games. This will be their second loss in a row.
To become a winner, it takes winning.
They broke a 2-game losing streak with the win over the Woods in San Diego. Now they're on the verge of having a 2-game winning streak.
Doesn't mean win every game, but it means a winning team, a winning mindset, a winning culture.
When you do this stuff, guys, it works. And you should all be believing in each other by now. Okay? Not to a point where you think that you're good, right? Or you think you're too good, but to a point that you know you're good enough to beat any team in this league. But we got to keep playing like that. It ain't over. It ain't even close. Right? We've got tough ones coming up. This league is always tough. The minute you let down mentally, they get you, right? So we got to keep going forward. Great job, fellas. Let's keep it rolling. All right, dogs on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Dogs! The first overall pick is in. Bill Tierney has made his choice. The Water Dogs will get the pick.
With the first overall pick in the 2025 PLL College Draft, the Philadelphia Water Dogs select CJ Kirst.
He's a generational talent. He's the all-time leading goal scorer in the history of Division I lacrosse. He's done it with a monster X on his back.
Coach G, you selected CJ Kirst. What about him as a human being makes him the right fit for your locker room?
Well, first of all, I've known CJ's family and his dad long time. And this guy is a special, not only a special lacrosse player, but a special person. CJ's dad, Kyle, was an amazing man. Kyle was a backup goalie at Rutgers, so we were only 25 minutes apart when he was playing. And when I started my camps at Princeton, Kyle would come and work our camp. And that would be the end of the sentence if he wasn't so special. I look at CJ and I see Kyle. The smile, the positive, the family love, it's all a reflection of Kyle.
We got a big opportunity, making it really hard on the Whipsnakes to get into the playoffs, okay?
For me, every day's a blessing because not only because CJ's a great player and he's gonna be one of the best that ever plays in this league, but because he gives me the opportunity to think back about Kyle, as I often do.
From Fairfield, Connecticut, the Maryland Whipsnakes taking on the Philadelphia Water Dogs, and all eyes on CJ Kirst making his PLL debut tonight. Back from a hand injury that has kept him out.
You look at Maryland, if they lose tonight, they've got a major uphill battle. Water Dogs trying to keep that #1 seed in sight for them.
What a goal to open the scoring! Michael Sauer shot out of a cannon to start Saturday Night Lacrosse.
Hey, keep us on side, CK.
Here's Kirst. Carroll got a piece of it to keep it out, and Maryland wins the run-out. Sauers
Bragging rights. Attaboy, twos. Good shit.
He's got
there
all 4 goals tonight.
Hell yeah. Fuck, I had that roll. Ah.
Finally, the back of the net is found by Aiden Carroll. The Whips desperately needed that. Here's Heacock.
Good shit, boys. Hey, good job.
Credit the Whip Snakes for a little bit of a punch there. Going on a 2-goal run to cut this to 3. Plenty of time left.
But you're in a war here, fellas. It's nothing here, and you're playing for an opportunity to put these guys close to out of this thing. More importantly, you're looking to keep this thing rolling. So let's gear up now. Let's play better than we did in that second quarter, and let's put these guys away.
Zach Courier, hello! What a start to this second half. Smith!
Damn it!
Rockets it home from 2! It's back-to-back goals.
Come on. Let's go back to, as we started the game, let's go back to our game plan. Come on, fellas, dig in, let's go. Boys. We gotta do better, all right? All we're doing is doing one-on-one post. All right, let's get the ball moving.
Malone working against the shorty. Witcher curls around, and just like that, TJ Malone has tied this game. Maryland takes its first lead of the night.
Are you kidding me?
1 minute remaining in regulation. The Water Dogs need a miracle. Here's Kirst in his PLL debut, denied.
For the Water Dogs, if they won this game tonight, 99% chance getting to the playoffs. Like, this would have been a monster game for them to really make their presence felt.
CJ Kirst, how are we gonna fit this very critical puzzle piece into everything else? The fact that it's the back half of the season, you better do it quickly.
One of my other sayings is that players win games and coaches lose them. A loss is all upon the coach. These guys had tons of talent. They had a great culture. And here I come in and I blow it to bits. As hard as it is, you've got to quickly regain perspective. You got to remind them that even in a loss, they've done a lot of good things. So that you hope that they walk away from it feeling like it's not the end of the world, that it's not death.
Philadelphia is headed to the postseason. Despite the 1-goal loss, Bill Tierney knows his team is in because they've locked in the score difference.
You lose the battle, but you win the war.
The only thing that I'm obsessed about with the Water Dogs is I want for them to win another championship, so that the fact that they had to go through a really tough time last year, a couple of tough times this year so far, with me, that they benefit for the journey.
Your cross, your family, life, death, whatever it is, if you can say you've given everything you've got, the hardest part about that is doing it again. Look to your right, and look to your left, and then you go back down. And if you do, we'll be talking about the next game, and the next game, and the next. Try your best.
My way is not perfect. My way is not the only way to do this thing. But if we come together and decide on one way to do things, and everybody's on the same page,
Dogs on 3, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Dogs! That's how you develop winners.
Whips just dominated. Maryland Marlins moving on to the PLL postseason. Whips, Water Dogs in the quarterfinal.
Starting a new season now, okay? And as I told you at the beginning of the week, I truly believe you're capable of doing whatever you decide and put your mind to. Okay, now you've seen what you're capable of doing. We know who we're playing. We know our opponent. We've played him twice. We can compete with anyone here, right? But it's only one game at a time.